we have different institutions that work together. In one point or another, in issue of pollution, it is like they are integrating.
The role for the National Environmental Management Council, as a council, we normally assess projects, new projects, but also existing ones, whether they conform to the environmental management requirements as required in the law. But also we carry out monitoring and inspections of facilities, to ensure that no facility pollutes the environment.
DAWASA has a clear overview of the industries which discharge their wastewater into the sewer system. And we also have a tendency of conducting sample analysis to each industries which discharge their wastewater into the sewer system.
The Tanzania has got a number of policies based on different sectoral direction. For example, you have a water policy, you have an environmental policy, you've got a land policy, and a couple of legislation that also translate how the policy should be implemented.
Kikubwa zaidi ninachokiona ni uelewa kwa watu wanaochafua vyanzo vya maji, vikiwemo ni viwanda, vikiwemo watu mmoja. Kwa hiyo kumekuwepo na uelewa tofauti kana kwamba vyanzo vya maji hivi havina mhusika na yeyote anaweza kafanya lolote lile.
Industries or private sector who are responsible, they take advantage of this gap. And that's why you see a lot of wastewater thrown into the environment without ensuring there is compliance to it.
We know that all the industries consume water, but when they consume water, they use water for their processes, which means the water that gets in as an input, but once it gets out as an output, the quality of the water will definitely be different. So for that matter, we deal with issues which are related to ensuring that the standards which are related to effluents of water are also adhered to.
DAWASA faces several challenges in managing the industrial wastewater. You might find some of the industries do not have units to conduct pretreatment before discharging its wastewater into the sewer system that brings the wastewater into the ponds.
We have seen a number of cases. An example, it's in Msimbazi River, where you have industries, you've got municipal waste, you've got people in households throwing the same waste into the same river. When there is no clarity in role responsibility, it becomes no man's responsibility. And the waste is left to flow into the environment and also has an impact on the environment and the people who live around it.
Well, EPZA is an institution, government institution that is under the Ministry of Industry and Trade that has been mandated with acquisition, development and management of public-owned special economic zones on behalf of the government.
In Confederation of Tanzania Industries, the main purpose is for advocating for the conducive business environment. So as CTI, the main purpose is advocacy.
Whenever you have a failure of our discharge system, which is connected to oxidation ponds for DAWASA, you have wastewater spillover. Where does it go? It goes to the surrounding community. What does it mean? It means contamination of the environment, degradation of the environment, as well as posing health hazard to the people in the area. But to the business as well, it brings in losses, because most of the industries that are producing here, they are selling into the foreign market, which is very sensitive about the environment from which goods and services are produced.
One of the requirements for complying in exporting, they need to have the permit, which shows that they comply with the environment protection. The international companies, they need to meet the standard for their own country. So even if they operate here, they need to comply with the requirement of the international.
GIZ and EPZA have put hands together with other stakeholders to ensure sustainability of industries as well as good management of water resource. The partnership will do a lot to unlock some of the challenges that we face, which is existence of multiple institutions that regulate different aspects of either water source or discharge.
So we developed the concept note, and luckily the development partner had also, who is GIZ, had also the same idea, and he bought the idea from us.
The system, which is still in the making, will be integrated with EPZA, DAWASCO, NEMKI, and the rest. 2015
is when the idea started. And I think it will be officially under operation by the end of 2021.
With this partnership, we are going to develop a digital platform that will link and synchronize all these institutions within a click of a button, to where an investor doesn't have to leave his desk or her desk to seek permit from multiple institutions.